Hi all, my name is Elizabeth, or just Lisa. I have unusual hair, and to be honest, I've always disliked it because it caused a lot of problems. But that's nothing compared to the worst problems. This is the downside of the beautiful property of my hair, and then I realized all the fun. But I'll tell you about that later. I have a cousin, Florida. She is obsessed with her looks. She's been like that since she was little. She loved beauty salons, manicures, makeup, but her weakest point was her hair. This girl was always taking care of her hair, and she just hated it when anyone touched it. She was the only one among my acquaintances who poured a lot of money into shampoo, conditioner, and all kinds of hairdressing services, and we were too different about that. It was a good thing we were cousins and didn't see each other that often, only on vacations when I went to visit her. Because she was so jealous of me having such beautiful and shiny hair, she was ready to burst with envy. This in spite of the fact that I washed it with ordinary soap, not even good shampoo. You may ask what was so special about my hair besides its beauty? I'll tell you, it grew back really fast. You'll say, oh, how cool, but I'll tell you that it's fucking expensive. One time, I tricked my mom into dyeing my hair. It was below my back at the time, about where my butt is. Not only was my pocket money cut because of the coloring, but I had to wash the dishes every day for a month after that. It was very expensive, I can't argue with that. But what's most frustrating, I was glad about the new color not lasting long. After 4 days, it grew almost to my knees, and I had to cut off all that beauty. After a week, almost nothing was left. Mom clutched at her head, saying I did not benefit from going to salons, and she began to remove the length of my hair every week. Florida kept yelling, "Oh, I wish I had hair like that! I wish I had hair like that!" She was always wailing. I was just visiting her for another vacation. You don't know how problematic it is. My hair, it's a whole punishment. Well, what punishment? Guys turn their heads when they see such gorgeous hair. It's feminine. It also smells so good. If you wash your hair with soap, it'll smell good too. If I wash my hair with soap, honey, it'll fall out in 2 days. You're exaggerating. No, I'm just jealous of you, that's all. There's nothing to be jealous of. Let's go to the pool. You know I don't swim. You don't go to the beach either. Why are you so tender? You'll get a little tan, that's all. I like winter better. I've heard that before, but why don't you stop being such a bore and come with me? I live near the ocean and you don't even want to take advantage of it? No, I don't. Flo couldn't talk me into it. I never went to a place where I had to wear a bikini. I had my reasons that I don't want to tell anybody about. No one. Ever. But my cousin is relentless. After a couple of days in her town, I met this guy named Mike. Oh, he was so cute. He became my crush. We started seeing each other real quick. We liked each other and he took me out all week. Flo was noisy. She looked in the car without a conscience and quickly found common ground with him while he and I sat there inside and chatted. Flo let slip that she was going to have a pool party. Come over, Lisa and I will be there. I'm not going. Why not? It's a great idea. I haven't been to a pool party yet this year. I won't go. If you want to go, go without me. Don't worry, sister. You can't take all the guys away from me with your hair. Yes, I like your hair too. I smiled but said I wasn't going either way. And then Flo and I went into the house. She asked me to kind of bypass my principles and come to the pool, but I wouldn't give in. That morning, Michael and I had a nice chat. He said he was going to help his dad at work, and Flo was already trying on her bikini. I wished her luck and we said goodbye. About 2 hours later, I got a call from someone on her phone saying she had drowned in the pool. My heart nearly stopped. I immediately went there, but at the entrance, I thought everything seemed strange. All too cheerful for a girl having just drowned. Then Flo and her frantic friend grabbed me from behind. They covered my mouth, dragged me into the dressing room, and while one held me down, the other changed my clothes. I shouted through my clamped mouth that they shouldn't dare do that, but no one listened to me. Why are you always wearing sweatshirts, even in the summer? Her friend asked. They pulled it off me by force and saw it. Their faces went pale, and I stood there in just my pants and a bra and got angry. What are you looking at? I told you not to do that. Oh no. I didn't know you had armpit hair too. Long and silky. I told you there's nothing to envy about me. And you have it everywhere? Everywhere. Man, that sucks. Now I understand why you never wear a bikini. Don't you dare tell anybody, okay? You don't either. I won't. Kia won't either. Honestly, it's just, how? What do you think? Just because I have nice hair on my head, there's no downside? Well, have you tried to do something about it? I've been doing something about it my whole life, Florida. Laser, waxing, sugaring, shaving on my end, but it's no use. It grows even faster, like on my head. There was a knock at the door. It was Michael. He wanted to see me. You dragged him in here too? Sorry, I didn't know it was going to be so sad. He mustn't see this. The girls told him not to come in, and I got dressed and went out. I was scared to death. I had kept it a secret my whole life, and then this. I came out of the locker room and said hello to Michael and his friend. He was already tipsy and tried to talk me into going for a swim, but I refused. I went over to a table to get some juice, and that's when his friend came up behind me and jumped in the pool with me in his arms. My clothes were all wet, and I came out of there sobbing, standing on the edge of the pool and wiping the water off my face. And then I saw Michael's face, and all the guests. Flo pointed to my sweatshirt, and my armpit hair was coming out from under it. The sweatshirt went transparent, and everyone could see everything. Flo covered me up with a towel, but it was too late. I was already embarrassed. I had no choice but to run home in tears. And if you think my story of shame ends there, you're wrong, because it could be worse, and it was. Remember Flo's friend, that crazy broad named Dina? She videotaped me and leaked it all online. I woke up the next morning with my new name, Bigfoot. People on the net were angry, immediately attaching my photo to Bigfoot's body, and launched a whole campaign with my image. T-shirts, drinks, ads for razors, even beauty salon banners like before and after. And how did I feel? Well, I'm a conscious adult. I reacted as objectively as possible. What the fuck, Florida? I'm going to kill you! Flo was running away from me all over the house, defending herself with a frying pan, and I was throwing every vegetable in the fridge at her. And then I got a call from Michael. How am I supposed to talk to him? I decided not to answer the phone, but he then knocked on the door. When I opened it, he was standing there with flowers and apologized for not responding properly. 20 minutes later, I got a call from a number I didn't know. Hello? Who are you? I'm sorry? What do you want? What are you saying? What did you say? Shit, what is it? Shut up. I'm not talking to you. Yes, I understand. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye. What's up? There's a cool cosmetology clinic that wants to sign me. They promised to try to help me for free if I post about them online. That's so cool. I can't believe they'll do it for free. That's awesome. Consider that my friend even did you a favor. Michael, if she doesn't shut up, I won't be in advertising. I'll be in jail. That's it, I got it. Don't be mad. I'll go, and I'll take my frying pan with me. I gave her a leering look, and she laughed. Michael hugged me, telling me everything would be okay. He promised to be there for me and not to be stupid like he was the first time. I forgave him. A few days later, I was already in cosmetology, where I was prescribed treatment. It turned out that it was all about my hormones, which I needed to level out. Let's try it. Let's try. Wish me luck. Maybe soon I will be wearing a bikini.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joan. I'm a local celebrity in my city, and it's not that I'm a singer or an actress. I just have the longest nails in the city because I haven't cut them in over 10 years. Do you want to know why? Then look no further. Do not forget to write your opinion in the comments, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. It all started in my childhood, when I was very young. Have you ever noticed when little kids get their nails cut? They always resist, do not give in, do not sit still, shout that they are in pain. I think it's for a reason. This is really painful and unpleasant. Here you are, yes, you remember how you cut your nails as a child. I'm sure you were yelling and telling them not to touch it too, and the thought of my mother picking up a pair of scissors made me panic. Am I right? Here I was, exactly the same. Of course, I know that this is a part of the care procedure for taking care of me from my mother, but I really could not convey to her that she did it so badly. Every time we came out of the bathroom, my mom would sit me down on the bed and take my hand, and then those nasty pink scissors. She also said that it was for children, special, but as for me, it still hurt. And then my mother began cutting them with passion, and even on the conscience, as if the shorter she makes them, the slower they will grow. Every time I twitched, I would ask my mother to stop, and she would tell me to be patient. and then she would get angry. She made comments, then shouted, then punched me in the head. It wasn't fair. What did I get in return for being able to bear the pain? And then, when I grew up, one day, I took those pink scissors and threw them away. Yes, I just got rid of them. My mother couldn't find them for a long time, and then she bought others. They were similar, but the ones that cut my hair also hurt, so I threw them out too, and then the next ones and the next ones, until she realized that I was involved in their disappearances. My mother asked me why I was doing this, and I said I wasn't going to take any more pain. She tried to explain that long nails are not hygienic, ugly, strange, and generally terrible, but I said that I don't care. And then I asked her never to touch my nails again. I promised that I would take care of them myself. My mother argued for a long time, but since I was already older, she agreed. And since that day, I started the story with my nails. I just began to grow them, and they were not ugly. I just went to beauty salons, where I got a manicure without any scissors. I only allowed them to cut off a little with a nail file, so that they were the same length. At first, it was not very noticeable, and even beautiful. I managed to grow my nails up to 2 centimeters in 3 months. Of course, sometimes they broke, but it didn't matter. I made different types of nail art. Many masters reached out to my nails to work on them. They were healthy, beautiful, and strong by nature. I was proud of them, not to mention my mother. At school, by the way, it was also not sweet. Very often, my teachers told me to cut them off, but I tried to excuse myself in every possible way. Do you ask about housework? I did it, just with thick gloves and very carefully. It took me 3 times as long to even vacuum, let alone cook, but I still didn't want to say goodbye to my nails. And every time my mother started talking about them, I just reminded her that if she hadn't cut them so savagely when I was a child, nothing like this would be happening now. It really became my psychological trauma. In this way, first a year passed, then 3, then 5. My nails had already grown to 20 centimeters, taking into account the filing and damage. They were already twisting at the end, and it was becoming more and more difficult for me to care for them. You have no idea how much effort it sometimes took for me to open the car door, type a message on the phone, open a bottle, put on makeup, or wash my face. Sometimes my hand washing took up to 15 minutes, because it takes time to wash each nail. By the way, I also had to give up swimming, because the water made my nails soft and brittle. Over the years, my love for them grew, and I found myself thinking that I don't not cut them because I have painful memories, but because I like them. You probably think that it is terribly uncomfortable to live with such nails, but I could not imagine myself without them. So it took another 5 years, and my nails grew by about 20 centimeters again. You know, my procedures in the salon, or rather the prices for them, had also increased. You can understand why. The difficulty also lay in the fact that not every beautician could take up the task. Yes, earlier they lined up to serve me, but now I had to run after them myself, luring them with lots of money. Well, as for how I live among the people around me, this is a separate story. You know, every year I was convinced of only one thing, that all the people, almost all that I met on the way, no matter where, in the store, at the gas station, or even on the street, people would notice my nails. Men, women, old people, children, they all felt it was their duty to express their opinion about them. Some shouted hurtful things, such as, "Witch," not nails, but shovels. "I'm going to throw up on her." "Someone cut off her claws, otherwise I'll do it myself." The only thing I couldn't understand was why someone was so eager to get into my life. Why did everyone around me feel it was their duty to say something nasty to my back? I believe that everyone has oddities that many people don't understand. But does this somehow prevent us from living? No. But why does it give people the right from the outside to say something about it, who have no idea about the reasons why we do things? At first, I was offended. I also wanted to cut my nails until I realized that I love them myself. Personally, they do not interfere with my life. On the contrary, I can no longer imagine myself without them. So now, I ignore all the negative opinions. My family, friends, and people close to me have long accepted my image. They do not pay attention and protect me from comments. I believe that no one gives us the right to judge another person for something that does not harm anyone else. Seriously, I haven't hurt anyone or defiled anyone with my life, so calm down. Tell me, do you have any oddities? Which ones?